You might be confused, but I think you're going to love it here. I'm at the Tackle Shack in Nuneaton, great for fishing gear, but also great for toys and collectibles. Hello Explorer, this is the Retro Shack, a vintage toy store and usually located in a fishing tackle shop. I'm in Nuneaton to check out the vintage toy store scene because there is more than one toy store here. There's a whole bunch of things on the agenda for today. So is Nuneaton a hidden gem toy hunting destination, or is 30 minutes on the train from Birmingham a little bit far to travel? Let's have a proper look around and I'll tell you a bit more about the history and the genesis of this awesome shop. The origin story for this store is really interesting. Originally just a fishing shop. Father and son duo, Darren and Michael, they brought in a few toys from home just to have a clear out, and someone picked up a couple of the items, then they brought a few more in, and it slowly grew from there, and now they're actually looking at expanding. Right now it's just this one room, and they said over the next 2 or 3 months they're going to be clearing a lot of the fishing stuff out, and they're going to split the store, so when you enter from the right, everything will be vintage toys, comics, video games, all of that awesome stuff. I really love the layout. Everything's neatly laid out and there's a lot of care and attention being paid to everything. There's all sorts of different sections, Masters of the Universe, Wrestling, Turtles. There's a Transformer section tucked away in the corner. I think that should be a bit more prominent, maybe really central and a much bigger display. And then a huge Star Wars section. But they tread a real nice line between it's nicely laid out, but it's not too clinical or pristine. It really gives you that feeling of you can have a rummage around and you're going to unearth some treasure. And what are we going to unearth here? So just like everyone else, I've got that X-Men 97 bug, so I'm picking up Wolverine v Cable from the New Mutants, never had that one before, and the complete run of Dragon's Claw, Jeff Senior, Simon Furman, the Dream Team. Got a couple of these at home, but I can't remember which one, so I'm just going to get all 10 of them. Store 1 complete. But that's just the beginning. There's so much more on the toy hunting horizon today. But Retro Shack, definitely worth a visit. Only 15-minute walk outside the town centre. Great people, great store, lots of cool stuff to see, and it's only going to get bigger. So definitely check back here in the future. September onwards they're aiming for to expand, but there's a lot more to see, so let's get back into the town centre. Nearly time for our second shop. I've had a bit of a wander around the town, a pit stop for lunch, wander around the market. Everyone here is really friendly. So many people have just said hello as I walk past them, which is really nice. You don't get that so much in Birmingham being such a big city. But our second store is Retrodee, opened at the back end of last year around October time. I'm familiar with the owner from conventions. He's there as a retro draftsman and Cult Locations Inc. I've got one of his prints at home, but you might be more familiar with him as Gav from Leicester Vintage Toy Store. He's broken out on his own, and this is his new store, so I'm very excited to check this one out. As soon as you walk in, the first thing you're greeted with is this huge wow wall, all sorts of action figures, Transformers, superhero, Doctor Who, Bucky O'Hare, Masters of the Universe, Marvel, Star Wars, and lots of other toys I'm familiar with, thanks to my sisters. Care Bears, Shoe People, My Little Ponies. There's so much packed into these cabinets, and they're all beautifully presented and laid out, really easy to see, great lighting, really fantastic display. Let's take a closer look. Check this out, such awesome custom packaging, gives me real nostalgia vibes of going to the post office as a kid, picking up some toy soldiers or some cheap action figures. Really great packaging. Let's take a closer look. My big question is, where's my action figure? Look at this guy. So for a while I've been eyeing up and getting into the Rocklord game. I know people kind of laugh at these guys because they basically just turn into balls, but there's something really nice about them. I like the transformations, and I think they've got a great look to them. They just look cool. So, shall we kick that off? Such a great store, full of lots of awesome stuff, great layout, great displays, and Gav, super nice guy. We spent ages just chatting about Comic Cons, toys, collecting, creativity, so much fun stuff. In a moment I'm going to show you the final highlight, which is conveniently located just next door. But first, a big thanks to Darren and Michael from Retro Shack and Gav from Retrodee. Really great people, great stores, definitely worth the visit. And a big thanks to the people in Nuneaton for just being warm and welcoming and friendly. But let's step next door and I'll show you the other highlights to check out while you're here. The Board Game Bunker, a board gaming cafe, so you really can make a full day of it. So is it worth it going to Nuneaton? Definitely, if you're into toys or collectibles. And if you've enjoyed this video, click left to see the toy fair at Birmingham NEC, or click right in probably a few weeks when I'll be at MCM London. See you soon, explorers.